Hi, so today I'm going to be talking with you about Provo, Utah, what you can expect to do there, what you can expect to see, and a little bit more about what my experience was like living in Provo, Utah. And we're going to go ahead and get started right now. Is literally everything you need to know about eating, playing, sleeping, eating, and working in the Salt Lake City, Utah area. If you are interested in finding out more information about that, consider subscribing below so you don't miss a thing. Honestly, I hear from people like you all the time who reach out, call, text, message, email that are looking to move or relocate here, and I absolutely love helping them out. If you are thinking about doing that, please feel free to reach out and I would love to help you too. All right, so with that being said, let's go ahead and I'm gonna get started. I'm gonna actually share my screen today and I'm going to show you some different things about Provo, Utah, some different areas. My husband and I lived in Provo together for a year while he was finishing up grad school at BYU. And while he was finishing up grad school there, I had an opportunity. I was actually teaching elementary school. I taught third grade, and we got to experience a lot of different fun things while we were living in Provo. We now live a little bit northeast of Provo, but I wanted to show you some things about Provo that we really enjoyed. And if you are thinking about moving to Provo, I've actually had several people from across the country reach out specifically feeling drawn to the Provo, Utah area. So if that's you, let me give you a little inside scoop of things that I know and experiences that I had in living in Provo. So just to give you a quick little rundown here, Provo, Utah is located minutes south of Salt Lake City. So Salt Lake City is right up here and Provo, Utah is down below here. So just to kind of give you an idea as well, Provo has one of the largest universities here in Utah. It's BYU, Brigham Young University. BYU University is what they call it, BYU. And that's actually where my husband ended up going to school. And I actually was the beneficiary of getting to enjoy a lot of the sports programs while we ended up living here. And we actually lived very close to BYU, in fact, walking distance. So after work for me, a lot of times I would come home, and since we live so close to campus, I'd just run over to campus and I would go to the Smith Field House, which was awesome. It's still there. It's a beautiful indoor facility. It's got a great indoor track. It's where they host all the volleyball games. They have lots of different events there and super fun, family-friendly environment. So if you're thinking about Provo, Utah, something like that, the football is always amazing. They've got great basketball. They've got incredible volleyball. Honestly, a lot of their sports programs are amazing. And not only are the sports amazing, but so are the musical arts and theaters and dance and all of that. And they have so many programs and they have so many concerts and events that they host nearby that it really makes for a very, very fun, family-friendly sort of environment. And if that's something that you're looking for, Provo might be a really nice fit for you. Provo is a college town. So something that some people don't know or realize, and this is actually kind of interesting because my husband and I are originally from Northern California, and he came out here to Utah to go to school. And we ended up moving here full-time permanently a few years ago, and I've absolutely loved it. But one of the things that we did not realize about Provo is that during the summertime, when we would come out, we'd actually come out here and we'd vacation a lot. And when we come out here in the summertime, we didn't see any people. There were, obviously there were people, but it was very, very mellow. But if you come out here in the fall or you come out here in the spring, it is hopping. I mean, there are tons of people. And the reason that is because there's over 30,000 students that go to BYU. And you bring in all of those students and you're going to really it's going to feel like a major college type of feel. And not only is Brigham Young University right here, but you also have very close by the Utah Valley University. And that's actually in Orem, and it's over, let's see, where is it? It's up over here. But the thing that you're going to notice with Brigham Young University is because it's such a college town, because there's such a college feel, you're going to have a lot more people here in the fall and the spring. Summer tends to die down a bit, although there are a ton of summer camps. So if you're interested in sending your kids to summer camps, all sorts of, they have got the kids camps for all the kids. So depending what you're looking for, they've got the soccer camp, the cheer camp, the baseball, lacrosse. I mean, really, you name it, and they've got it at BYU. So one of the experiences that we had living here in Provo, we actually lived very, very close, like I said, walking distance to BYU, the street. And for date night, we'd come over here to the Provo Library, which is here. And when you hear about a library, typically, at least in California before, library was fine, but it was absolutely gorgeous. If you were to see the stone exterior on the outside, like it's a centerpiece, it's a focal piece, it's beautiful. And you could check out movies, and obviously they had like every book known to man there as well. So that's a fun place at any rate. But like I was saying, BYU, even if you're not a student going there, you can get what's called the all sports pass. You can get these different passes and things to BYU, these different events that they have. Very reasonable to go to most of the things, and it's a lot of fun. So for example, for the 4th of July, every summer they have what's called Stadium of Fire, and they hold it right in the football stadium, and they have planes coming overhead, they have fireworks, they always have big time cover singers for it, and it's just an incredible event. They also hold like farmers markets there at the stadium during the summer. So Brigham Young University is really a focal point for Provo. Even if you're not, even if you don't go to the university, there's always tons of things that you can do there as well. If you're looking for character, if you're looking for some kind of, restaurant or whatnot, there are some really good things down Main Street. Another favorite, this over here, this actually used to be called Seven Peaks, and maybe you've heard of that, but Seven Peaks, and they had, which is now Splash Summit, but it's a water park. And of course, my kids love that. And I actually, when we were living in Provo, they have a Seven Peaks, which is now Splash Summit, but they have the Seven Peaks Arena, and it's an ice skating arena where you can go ice skating. They also have an indoor soccer facility. So I grew up and I actually played Division I soccer at the University of the Pacific in Northern California. Go Tigers. And so after I had graduated, my husband and I got married, we moved to Provo. And once we moved to Provo, like I said, we were pretty much walking distance to this whole area over here. But I signed up for a soccer league, and I played at Seven Peaks, and beautiful, nice turf fields, which is there. Same thing, they've got stuff for kids that you can do and play. And then obviously in the summer, the Splash Summit, the water park is there. People love going to that. If you're looking more for a place to live in Provo, there's lots of different areas, and lots of, depends on what you're looking for. If you are looking for something that is older with more character, you're going to want to look more toward, the Main Street, the kind of the hub of Provo. You're going to see houses that were built, years and years ago. But if you're looking more for something that has a little bit more, I don't want to say like more space, you're going to want to look over here toward like Indian Hills, up here around the Provo Utah Temple, this Rock Canyon Park over here. This is called like the East Bench of Provo. And this is the homes are going to typically be a little bit larger. They are also not a ton of new construction up here, but there are some. But up here, you're going to have incredible views of Utah Lake. So if you're anywhere up here, most of these are going to have incredible views. And I'll zoom out here so you can kind of see. But great views. If you're up here, anywhere over here, you're going to have spectacular views. Now, one thing that you will notice, because Utah, like I said, Provo is the college town, you are going to see up here right here where it says Y Mountain. Y Mountain, you're going to see a large Y that has been painted on the mountain. And you can actually hike the Y. And if you hike the Y, it's a very popular hike around here. First time my husband and I hiked it, don't tell him I'm telling you this. He literally was like, we didn't bring any water. We just had no idea. And it was a super hot summer day. And let's just say he wilted halfway through it because when you're hiking the Y, you zigzag back and forth. There's several switchbacks. I want to say there's 13 switchbacks. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure. At any rate, after the different switchbacks, you finally get to the Y and it's, you know, painted on there. And again, spectacular views of the whole city and Utah Lake. And you can even see past there on a clear day and stuff. But make sure you pack water because he didn't. And I literally was behind him, like pushing him up the hill. And he's like, Mariah, you have to stop. And I'm like, how are you going to get up here? He's like, I don't know. Let me just take another break. I'm like, okay, we don't have time for this. Let's go. At any rate, so hiking the Y is a fun thing to do here. Also, one of the things that a lot of people, if you've got families or kids or whatnot, there's a ton of different parks in Utah and specifically in Provo. And actually one of my kids' favorite parks is called the All Abilities Park. And let's see if I can find it here. It's pretty close to BYU, but I don't see it right on here. But if I end up finding it, I'll show you. But the All Abilities Park, it's a park, and you know, if your children is at any different ability, they can go to this, and it's a fabulous park for everybody to enjoy. And there's always plenty of areas to picnic and whatnot as well. These up here, this Edgemont and up farther ahead, these are called the, okay. So if you are, so if you are a big golfer and enjoy golfing, you will thoroughly enjoy the Riverside Country Club. And in fact, my husband has golfed here several times. It's a fabulous place, beautiful. The golf, I guess, is great. And that's super fun. Another one of our favorite things is up here. This is called Provo Canyon. This is the 189. And actually, if you keep going on this road, this Provo Canyon Road, the 189, it will take you up to, you'll see over here, let me zoom out just a little bit more. It will take you up to Heber City. So all the way through here, you go through Vivian Park, you come through here around the Deer Creek Reservoir and State Park. You're gonna get to Charleston. Past Charleston, you'll get up to Heber City, and then it'll take you right to Park City. So if you're interested in something like that, that's awesome. But honestly, one of my favorite things to do in Provo Canyon right here, there's a whole trail system that's paved, and it goes all the way around. And they actually have several marathons that Provo has that come right through. Let me zoom in on this again right here. This Provo Canyon, that 189 right here, all paved trails all the way through. You can bike, you can walk all the way through it. And it will honestly drop you right off here at the river bottoms, and grab yourself a cookie. So at any rate, those are some of my favorite things about Provo. And it kind of just gives you an idea. Like I said, you've got the Provo Canyon here. You've got Brigham Young University, tons of different things going on there. If you're looking for a little bit more history and more historical, come down here more to Main Street. And again, if you are thinking about moving, again, if you have any questions about Provo, Utah, if you are thinking about moving here or relocating, I would love to help you out. I help people like you all the time that are looking to make a move, answer any questions, and I would love to help you too. Thanks so much and have a great one. Bye-bye.